everybody, this is TJR. What I just played are the primary chords to the song Creep by Radiohead. And in fact, that chord progression is the entire song. You've probably heard now that Radiohead is going to be filing a lawsuit against Lana Del Rey. They feel that her recent single, Get Free, infringes on their copyright of their hit single entitled Creep. A number of people have been asking me if I was going to talk about this, like I did with the Led Zeppelin lawsuit. And so, yes, I'm going to definitely do one of these comparison breakdowns like I did for that song. So first of all, let's talk about the primary chords used in the song. Now, Creep is written in the key of G major. Get Free is written in the key of B major. I meant B flat major. No, I'm not going to reshoot it because time crunch. Now, it doesn't matter what key the songs are in because you can modulate the chord progression of any song into another key. With Creep, the primary chord structure is this. It's G major to B major to C major to C minor. Now, with Get Free, the primary structure of the chords for the verses is B flat major to D major to E flat major to E flat minor. So Creep sounds like this. And then Get Free sounds like this. Both of these songs use the exact same chord structure. We would refer to this as 1, 3, 4, and then the 4 as a minor chord is how we would talk about this. Creep is in the key of G major. The first note in a G major scale is G, so that's G. The third note in a G major scale is B, so that's B major. The fourth note in the scale is C, so that's C major. And then we turn it into a minor. Same thing with Get Free. The first note in B flat major is B flat, so B flat chord. The third note is D, D. And then the fourth note is E flat, not E but E flat, because in the key of B flat, E is flatted, so. And then after that, the E flat as a minor. Same chord structure. Now Creep, the entire song is that chord structure, G to B to C minor, for the entire song, verses and chorus. Not so with Get Free, and we'll get to that in a moment. There is one other little similarity that I want to discuss, and that's how the chords are timed out. Each one plays the chord for 2 measures of 4. So Creep is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get Free is the same way. So same chords, and they're phrased and timed in the exact same way. So now let's look at the melodies of the verses. Creep by Radiohead, of course, I've heard many times, and I pretty much know it. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. Now, that was G, A, G, F, G, D, A, G, F sharp, G, F sharp. There's a little trill. Basically, it's D, A, G, F sharp, D sharp, A, G, F sharp, G to E, E, A, G, F sharp, G. Okay, now let's look at the melody to Get Free. And I'm going to play a little bit of it here, the actual studio recording, and then break down the notes for you here. Okay, that is finally here, I believe she said. So that goes, that's C, B, D, F. Okay, and that is descends down the scale. C, B, da, da. Compare that opening line to Creep. Quite different. Even though they're in different keys, you can hear the difference. The next line for Get Free. I'm crossing the threshold. That's D, B, A, F sharp, and that goes up the scale, then down the scale. On Creep, it's a little bit of similarity there. D to B flat, D to B flat, it jumps up the scale, and the other one goes, it's the exact same interval, but in a different key. So still a little bit of similarity there. And then let's see here. That goes down. That's Get Free. And this one also, it goes down, but not quite the same interval, a little bit the same. So a little bit of similarity, but definitely some differences. Let's check out the next line to Get Free here. That's the third verse. And let's compare that to Creep, which is You're Just Like an Angel. So once again, let's see here. That's the interval on Creep. And then on Get Free, it's a little different. That's a third right there, and that's definitely not a third on Creep. Different. So some differences, like I said, a lot of differences there actually. Let's look at the last line of lyric on the first verse. To the reveal of my heart, I believe. So we actually have a chord there. That's the chord, the actual E flat chord. And then a C, A, and you play B flat twice. Whereas Creep is totally different melody. Even in a different key, you can hear that different melody. So there's only some very faint similarities between the actual notes that are being sung. Now, as each verse comes along, the melody is not going to be exactly the same as it was sung on the first verse. There's going to be slight little variations to fit the lyrics, but essentially, the melodies in the verses are pretty much repeated. There's always going to be little vague differences, but to me, there are some vague similarities between the melodies and the verse, but there's also an awful lot of differences. So they're not that much alike when I take them apart. Now in the chorus, Radiohead plays the exact same chord progression as they do during the verse. And you know how the melody goes, I'm sure. You've probably heard it for many years now. But I'm a creep, I'm a widow, what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here, We all know this, of course, at least most of us do, I'm sure. Now, with Get Free, however, Lana Del Rey takes the song in a different direction. She uses, first of all, a B flat to a G minor. And so this is a completely different chord progression here. And this is the part where she's singing, sometimes it feels like I've got a war in my mind. I wanna get off, but I keep riding the ride. Forgive me, I am very familiar with Creep. I've heard it for years, so I really know the melody well. Not as familiar with this song. I've only heard it today. So give me a little bit of slack here. But you can tell the difference right there. And then she sings another line with those same chords. And then she goes to the part where she sings, and now I do, I want to move. And this is played over a B major. And now I do, I want to move. She might also be playing that C major with an E in the bass on the piano, which gives it a different sound. And now I do, I want to move. It's still a C major chord, but I think she might be putting an E in the bass there, possibly. And this is basically the nuts and bolts of the song. During the verses, the chords are exactly the same, and they're played the same. Each chord is played for 2 measures, and then repeated. The melodies in the verses have some small vague similarities, but they're, in my opinion, more different than they are the same. The choruses are completely different. They're a completely different song. So what do I think about all this? I'm going to save my opinions till tomorrow. Tomorrow, myself and my good friend, music writer Robert Kinsler, are going to get together and we're going to shoot a video where we are going to discuss our opinions on this matter. I get the feeling that he and I have some opposing opinions, so it should be an interesting video, and I think you'll find it interesting. At any rate, though, this gives you just a breakdown of the similarities and the differences without an opinion. So please let me know what you think. Thanks for everybody for asking me to do this video. This is TJR. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.